Contests intrigue me. I never expect to win anything, but I'll play along since I live in a small town, and paying people back for wasting my time is something I do with unseemly enjoyment. I entered this writing contest. Of course, someone's more brilliant pen knocked me out of the running. Still, rather than whine about a loss I truly expected, I decided to ask, don't you think electric can openers suck? The truth about mechanical can openers: they work writing assignment. Write about all the features of an electric can opener that makes it so useful. Lucille. But I don't like electric can openers. If I ever had to name the most useless, frustrating appliance I ever had in my kitchen, it would be the electric can opener. I hope I never have to use one again unless I need a 16-ounce paperweight. I think it would be easier to open the can with my teeth. My mother and I had an electric can opener that I never used, except to sharpen knives. She never understood why I preferred my mechanical device when I was cooking. I tried to explain, but I know Mom was never convinced. If she was in the kitchen when I had a can to open, she would liberate it from my custody and open it herself. All I ever heard her say was, "Lou, your language." At least I think that's what she said. The reason I am not sure I heard her right was because I was too busy unleashing some very loud and salty observations about the fun of cutting, burning, or otherwise causing myself injury in the kitchen. The electric can opener takes up too much space. I liked it when I needed a good knife sharpener with a solid base. But it wasn't so handy when it came to opening cans. This is in part because I couldn't find where to insert the can. It was also hard to find it because there was always a box or two of cereal, a 5-pound bag of potatoes, a 5-pound bag of sweet potatoes, and a few other things, including an ant cemetery that had been resting in peace since the previous summer, sharing the counter with it. No matter how close I thought I was getting to the sweet spot between the little magnet and wheel thingy, my cans would never stay hooked to the appliance. When, after some purple verbal prose and a threat of me using a hammer instead of my mere fingers to get the can inserted, I would succeed. I would pant with relief when I finally got it to stick. I would start the motor, hear the clunk of a can being ejected onto a bare foot, and graduate to language that would make my cats blush. Now, don't get me wrong, mechanical can openers can be as hard to use as electric ones. I have come across a couple that sure were cute, but useless for their intended purpose, i.e., opening cans. There was the alligator model I saw in Florida, the gun-shaped one from the Lone Star State, and the one I bought at Walmart last month that looks a bit like a tick. I didn't buy either of the first two. They looked hard to use, and I already had enough can opening distress. The tick one didn't look too bad, but when I got it home, I discovered that it only worked well when I accidentally opened the wrong can. I finally found the mechanical can opener we all remember from our childhood. You know, the cheap metal ones with the bottle opener cut into the handle. Among its more salutary features is that it isn't slippery like the tick. It sticks its snout where I want it, which is more than I can say for my cats. When I get gook all over it by, say, dropping it into a mixer bowl full of batter, all I must do is throw it in the sink, which is something I wouldn't want to try with an electric can opener, or my cats for that matter. Finally, when it is dry, all I must do is tuck it into its little drawer with Mr. Ladle and MS Pancake Turner. There, it lays flat until I call it to my service again. Finally, and this is by far my favorite feature, it does open cans, and it does it even when all my electric outlets are in use. Of course, there's still that problem of grabbing the wrong can.